Hello children, welcome to Max class. How are you all? Okay, for past 1 week we were discussing how to compare quantities using various tools, and today I have already mentioned you that you are going to write a test on that chapter, comparing quantities. So let us revise for the test the chapter comparing quantities. And this revision will be followed by one more new concept also. Okay children, shall we start the revision now? Okay, what is the first tool that we used to compare quantities? What is the first tool? Yes, it is about ratio and proportion. When I talk about ratio, you should know how to write ratio. Okay, it is written in the form 3:4. Okay, it means A is to B. A's share is 3 parts. So you should know to identify the parts as well as whole. Okay, how to convert ratio to fraction? How will you write ratio as fraction? Yes, you have to write this ratio 3:4 in the sense 3/7. That is A's share. And B's share will be 4/7. From where did I get this 7? Total parts. This total parts is 7. 3 plus 4 is equal to 7. This is how I will convert ratio to fraction for each and everyone's share. But we used to simplify this 30:40. I can write this also as 30/40. See, this ratio to fraction is different from this conversion. This is where we use in day-to-day life problems. Okay, in word problems we come across fractions. Now there you have to be very careful. You should not write 3/4. It is 3/7. But if I ask you to find the equivalent fractions, if I ask you to compare, arrange in ascending order, then you have to go in by this method 30/40. Is it clear, my dear children? These fraction is used in word problems. And whereas this conversion 30/40, we will simplify now 30/40, 3:4. Okay, again I have taught you to compare ascending, descending. Okay, then when it comes to find A:2B:C, they will give you even of this model. I may ask you a question. Revise even this kind of problems that is not in your textbook. It is only in video. Okay, you can go through the videos once again today based on all these ratios and proportions. So A:2B is 3:4 and C:2D is 5:9. I will ask you to find A:2B:2C:2D. Do you remember? In between we will have B:2C as 2:3. You will write A:2B:2C:2D and A:2B is 3:4. B:2C is 2:3. C:2D is 5:9. What are the remaining numbers you will write here in leftover places? Any idea? Yes, whatever is there now at last, the same number has to be repeated. Here 3, so here 3. Here 5, so 5 here, here also 5. Here 2, so here 2. You will multiply all these things. Okay, and you will find the ratio of A:2B:2C:2D. So you have to be thorough with this concept in ratios. When it comes to proportions, I may ask you to find whether it is a proportion or not. Check whether they are proportional. Then I may ask you to find x. How will you find x? Using the concept of product of means is equal to product of extremes. Hope you remember. Product of means is equal to product of extremes. Based on these concepts, you may get questions. Okay, children. Then, when it comes to percentage, it's a very nice thing. Here we will link ratio, fraction, decimal and percentage. All these concepts will go together in this heading percentage. You should know to convert fractions and decimal to percentage. How will you convert these fractions and decimal to percentage? Yes, into 100 percentage. Reverse process, percentage to decimal, divide by 100. Okay, this conversion you should be very thorough. And how to convert ratio to fraction, just now in previous slide I explained to you. Depending upon the question, you will convert this ratio to fraction and fraction to ratio. Okay, all these four words are interlinked. Okay, then what other things we learned? Decrease in percentage. So, decrease or increase percentage. Decrease or increase in percentage. It can be anything. For that we will find change divided by original. It can be value or amount or the population. The change can be in any quantity. It can be amount or it can be liters or kilograms or distance or time or the total number of people. Okay, this change can be based on the situation into 100 percentage. Okay, children, this is what we discussed in percentage. So recall all these things: percentage increase, percentage decrease. Then we learned profit, SP minus CP. Loss is equal to CP minus SP, profit percentage. See here, I discussed two different important questions. Find SP. There you will not use X. But if I ask you to find CP, you will use variable X. Do you remember? Recall those two problems once again using your classwork note. Okay, children? Okay. Today we are going to start with one more new concept now. Yes, the new concept that we are going to learn today is simple interest. Here, Mohit is going to a bank. Mohit went to a bank to deposit ₹1000 in his newly opened account. He is going now to deposit. He is depositing ₹1000. The balance of his account is shown below. Once he opened his account, deposited, it shows ₹1000. He has opened an account and he has deposited ₹1000. Now again he is going to bank after 1 year and find his account details. The balance now is 1100. Are you able to see the change in previous balance and present balance? Yes, there is a change. What is the change? How much it has changed? It is 100 rupees. So this extra amount is called as interest. When we deposit our money in the bank, it gives us an interest. This extra money is called as interest. The bank pays some extra amount for us now. This is called as interest. So interest here depends on three factors. How do they pay interest for us? Even if I deposit 1 lakh, will they give me only 100 rupees as interest? Or even if I deposit 10 lakhs, are they going to give me only 100 rupees after 1 year? No. So it depends upon principal, how much amount I deposit. Then rate of interest. How much interest is going to be calculated. For 100 rupees, 1 rupee means for 1000 rupees, I will get 100 rupees. For 10,000 rupees, I will get 1000 rupees as extra amount. Likewise, it keeps on increasing. That increasing quantity is measured using the word called rate. rate of interest. Okay. Then it is usually given in the form of percentage. For 100 rupees this much. Out of percent, rate of percent will be given. Okay. Time period. If I go and get the balance after 2 years or after 5 years, again will they give me only 100 rupees for 1000 rupees deposit? No, there will be a change. Because after 3 years, I will get more money than I get after 1 year. Okay. So this interest depends on 3 important factors: principal, rate of interest and time period. So what is principal? Deposited amount is called as principal. So in general, I can say the amount of money borrowed. I borrow, isn't it? That amount is called as principal. Some situation, I go and deposit in the bank. If I deposit, bank is the borrower. He is getting money from me. So he is the borrower. I am the investor or I am the lender. See, lent or invested. Both are opposite. Lent and invested means the same. Borrowed's opposite is invested. Okay. It all depends upon in which perspective I look at the problem. Okay. While we do the problem, you will understand. So, the amount invested or the amount borrowed is called as principal. So, the next thing is rate of interest. Time period. Okay. How long? Mohit kept his money in the bank for 1 year. Then 1 year is the time period for his money. The time generally in years for which the money is borrowed is called as time period or time. Rate, as I have explained you already, for every 100 rupees, Mohit get rupees 10 extra. This is called as rate. The interest paid on rupees 100 for specific period of time is called rate. It is expressed in percentage. Hope it is clear, children. And interest, the extra amount that he gets now, that is called as interest. So we have learnt few important words now. What are the words? Let us start from the beginning. Principal, time, rate, interest. Okay, these are the 4 words that we have learnt new today. And 5th new word is amount. At the end of 1 year, Mohit got 1100 rupees now. That is called as amount. The total money paid back by the borrower to the lender is called as amount. You should know who is borrower and who is lender. The one who gives is the lender. One who gets is the borrower. Okay. In bank, if I go and deposit, bank is the borrower, I am the lender. If I go and get loan from the bank, bank is the lender and I am the borrower. Okay, children, hope you understood who is borrower and who is the lender. At last we get an amount, total amount. Along with the original amount, I get some extra amount. Together is called as amount. Is it clear, children? So, whenever we invest or deposit a sum of money, we get back some extra amount as interest. And whenever we take a loan, this is investing and this is borrowing. Hope you understood the situation now. A sum of money we have to pay back. If I get a loan, I pay some extra amount to the bank. Isn't it? You can ask your father and mother how they repay the loan that they have got from bank. Surely your parents would have got some or the other loans. Home loan, car loan, jewel loan, personal loan. Okay. Or something in EMI your mother would have bought in even in Diwali purchase. You can discuss all these things with your family members today. Okay, children, let's continue in next video.